Today, I'm going to tell you how to get a clear financial snapshot of your business in 5 minutes. What's up, everybody? Craig here, and I'm a profit coach who loves helping service-based business owners finally find some peace of mind when it comes to their money. Now, one of the hardest parts of owning a business is understanding the finances and actually knowing where you stand. Now, it's one thing to know how much money you've earned, but to know exactly how healthy your business is from a financial standpoint is a completely different thing. Have you ever watched those episodes of Shark Tank where a company is talking about their sales and they're going, yeah, we've done like 1.8 million in sales. And it sounds really good, but then as the sharks dig a little bit deeper, they find out that maybe it's not as good as it sounds, that their customer acquisition cost is higher than their actual sale point, and at the bottom line, they are losing money. Too often, we as business owners get caught up in the revenue cycle where we're looking at that top line, how much money have we made this year, and that is what we are anchoring ourselves to. But truthfully, the value of your business and how good it's going and how healthy it is financially does not all have to do with revenue. While revenue is important, you have to have sales for a business to be successful. We need to look at the other stuff. That said, if you don't have an accounting degree, this can feel overwhelming and you may not even know where to begin. So I'm going to show you how you can do this in 5 minutes with your business to know exactly how you're doing. All you're going to need is a profit and loss statement. The first thing we need to do is write down what you made in sales. So this is where we're actually going to take that top line and say, what did you do in sales last year or this year to date? Put that number at the top. Next, I want to know how much you paid yourself. Now, this is not always going to show up in a profit and loss statement. If you paid yourself through payroll, that might appear there, but any distributions you may have taken will not show up there. So you might have to go refer to a balance sheet, or if you know that you've been paying yourself X dollars per month, then you can go ahead and calculate this. Whatever you paid yourself this year, we want to divide that number by your total revenue. So take your salary divided by your revenue, and that's going to give you a percentage. This percentage is what you are distributing to yourself as the owner, what you're paying yourself as a salary. Next, we want to do the same thing with your operating expenses. Now, for simplicity's sake, when you're looking at your profit loss statement, we're going to take both the COGS, the cost of goods sold, and your expenses, and we're going to put those together. Now, of course, you can get more granular. We can divide these out, break them apart. But for simplicity's sake, I told you we want to be able to do this in just 5 minutes. We're going to combine it all to get a big picture of what you're spending from the business. Add that number up, and then we're going to divide that by your total revenue. This is going to give you a percentage of what you're spending in the business. What does it cost to make your business run? Lastly, I want you to look at that bottom line, that net profit number, and we need to divide that by the revenue. That's going to give you a percentage of what your profit is. Now, I want you to be aware that, again, the profit loss statement's not going to show you everything. So as you're looking at this percentage, know that distributions you took out are not going to be reflected here. Debt payments are not going to be reflected here. So while you may see a percentage of profit, it may not be actualized when it comes to cash. So we need to be careful of this. But for, again, our 5-minute snapshot here, we're going to take that, just divide that net profit by the revenue so we can get a percentage of what your net profit was. So at this point, you should have 3 percentage numbers: a percentage that you have for going to you as the owner and your owner's pay, a percentage for operating expenses, and then a percentage for profit. Now, a healthy business can vary. So knowing your percentages is important, but there's also percentages that you should strive for as a business. Now, we have a completely free quiz that's going to tell you exactly what those percentages should be for your business, and it's dependent on your industry and the size. So in the description below, I will link to that quiz. Go there, answer 7 to 8 questions, and you will be given a customized report that's going to say, here's exactly how much you should be putting toward owner's pay, toward profit, toward operating expenses. Now that you know where your business stands today, we need to start making some strides to get to those healthier percentages. So take your operating expenses percentage, for example. Let's say maybe it's at 85%, but a healthy business would be more in the 65% range. That means over time, we need to reduce expenses by about 20%. Now, I don't want you to run out and do this overnight. That's not healthy for the business. We want to gradually shift these percentages down. And so maybe this quarter, you aim to bring it from 85 down to 80%. And then the next quarter, we're going to aim for 75%. 75%. In the next quarter, we're going to try and bring it down to 70%. So it's gradually going down, and you're not going to feel as much of a strain as you look for opportunities to reduce expenses and increase revenue. Well, there you have it, a financial snapshot on your business in just 5 minutes. I recommend doing this exercise regularly. And if you want to get more detailed and know exactly where you stand, not just from a broad overview looking at those numbers, but have an expert look at your numbers and tell you, here's exactly where you are and here's how you get to where you should be. That's what we do. We would love to meet with you and chat about you and your business and help you get to that healthy standpoint in your finances. In the description below is a link to our calendar. Book a free call to talk to one of our profit experts, and we will help you get situated and moving in the right path. Thanks for hanging out with me. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys again next week. Thanks.